Yo, what's going on? I'm gonna do a video game review. Woo! So, my past couple games I did NES games. Punch-Out!, the first one I did, I really liked. The other two I did not like so much. I'm gonna do something a little more, I guess, modern. We're gonna do Nights into Dreams for the Sega Saturn. Yes, and I am one of those people who loves their Sega Saturn. Will never get rid of this thing because it is the greatest. Second greatest console I own. The Dreamcast comes in first. So yes, I'm a huge Sega fanboy, and I will never ever get rid of my Sega consoles, ever.
A lot of people ask me why I have such an obsession with Sega. Well, I feel they're the most innovative when it came to games and hardware. I understand Sega was kind of a failure in a lot of people's eyes, but in my eyes, they did a lot of creative stuff, and especially in their games, they were super creative. I mean, most people know Sega for Sonic the Hedgehog, but Saturn had some great games like Burning Rangers, Daytona USA, Virtua Fighter, Virtua On, Virtua Cop, Virtua Anal Gangbang. Whoops! I don't know how my porn got mixed up with my Saturn games, but yeah, it'll never happen again, I swear. And of course, we have our game we're going to review today, and that's Nights into Dreams. Looking at the package of the game kind of looks fruity, and well, yeah, it is kind of fruity. I'm sure the creators of this game popped some acid before they thought of this, because it's, pretty out there.
One of the greatest things that they did when they released Nights was it came with this sweet little controller. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the first analog controllers they made for consoles, so I don't know. I love this controller. A lot of people pick on it because it is kind of bulky and stuff, but at the time it was pretty innovative. It's pretty comfortable to use, so it must have been alright because later on, Dreamcast, when that came out, used a similar controller system and similar setup as this one. So the only thing different is they added the little VMU thing, which is another innovative thing. So yeah, Sega was very innovative, and that's why they kicked so much ass.
Nights is a purple jester-like dude or girl or thing. I'm really not sure what it is, but we'll just call it a thing. And it flies around and doesn't talk. Nights is the savior of these two kids named Claire and Elliot, and he's trying to help them from evil monsters that's, I guess, taking over their dreams. Kind of like Freddy Krueger.
I'm gonna get you in your dreams, ha ha ha.
If I was going to have somebody help me in my dreams, it'd probably be like the Terminator, or even cooler, the Toxic Avenger. So when you start the game, you select a level or a dream. There's 7 in total. Claire has some, and so does Elliot. At the start of each level, you have these little minions that steal the characters' ideas or ideas. I'm just going to put it out here. You can kind of figure out how to pronounce it. But they take them all except for the red one, which represents courage. And I guess that's the only motivation to get the other colors. And it's like the only motivation to getting chicks these days is pussy. So the other idea colors in the game are yellow for hope, you have green for wisdom, you have blue for intelligence, and you have white for purity. And the only reason why I know this is because I Wikipedia it, and I really didn't know ever playing this game, and I don't really care, and I don't think you care. Do you care? I don't. So your goal is to collect these blue chips, and once you get 20 of them, you can run back to this, like, orb contraption thing, and you run into it, and it blows up, and you get your idea, and then you bring it back to the start of the stage, and then once you get them all, that's it. From there, you warp into some sort of boss stage, and at the end of each level, they have a boss. This one is like a dragon one that flies around, and pretty much all you gotta do is run up to it, grab it, and then spike its ass into the ground, and that's all you gotta do. Over and over and over. When he dies, he explodes like this A-bomb, and then you get tons of radiation. Yeah, that's it. One thing that really fucking pissed me off in this game was the whole grading system at the end of each level. I mean, it was bad enough in real school that I sucked and I'd come home with C's and D's. Well, in this game, I still get fucking C's and D's. I just suck. Luckily, you don't get grounded for playing a video game. That's a good thing. I am so fucking smart. If you were one of those lucky duckies that got the Sega Saturn magazine, you could have gotten a 2-level Christmas Nights demo. I never actually owned one, but I do have a burn copy. 'Cause I are elite hacksaw. Overall, though, this game isn't very difficult, but it is a lot of fun. Sadly, I have not got to play the new Nights that came out for the Wii. IGN hated the game, so that kind of scared me. But then again, If it's not Grand Theft Auto or Metal Gear Solid, IGN pretty much hates it. I really don't want to commit to a Wii yet because, yeah, it's still rocking the RCAs, and the only other game besides Night that I want to play is Zelda. My GameCube right now makes a fucking great paperweight. I hated Wind Waker, and Resident Evil 4 was so goddamn hard. I hate being Nintendo emo. Trust me, I don't expect you to go on eBay and buy yourself a Sega Saturn, because when I was growing up, nobody really had them. It's like, who the hell had a Sega Master System? Everyone I knew had a Nintendo Entertainment System. Well, I'm sure most people have a PlayStation 2 nowadays, and Sega did re-release this game for PlayStation 2 if you're interested. I know Sega has done some silly shit back in the day, but yeah, me and my Saturn have had some great times, and we're gonna have many, many more. Oh yeah.
Oh, Sega Saturn, you're so dirty. Oh, I just want you. Oh, yeah, Sega Saturn. Oh.